Hello children, good morning to all. In this class we will discuss social studies. Page 235, review corner, exercise D, answer the following questions. 1. Did the discovery of fire really change the course of human history? The answer is yes, fire helped in keeping the people warm in the cold. Since animals were afraid of fire, lighting fire could be used to scare the wild animals away. Meat was softer when roasted and tasted better. So fire helped the early men cook their food. So, dear children, this means that how did the fire help the early humans in their life? So, fire helped them in different ways. Fire helped in keeping the people warm in the cold, and also they used fire to scare wild animals. And after the discovery of fire, they started cooking their food. They learned how to cook food, and also they roasted meat, and meat was softer when roasted and also tasted better. 2. What are the various dance forms of India? The answer is various dance forms of India are classical dances and folk dances. Classical dance forms of India have been existing in India for 1,000 of years and performed in temples and religious institutions in front of kings and other important people. Some of the classical dances of India are Bharatanatyam from Tamil Nadu, Kathak from Uttar Pradesh, Manipuri from Manipur, Kathakali from Kerala, and Odissi from Orissa. Folk dances are performed by common people for pleasure and to celebrate festivals and events. They differ from region to region. So, dear children, in India there are two types of dance forms. They are classical dances and folk dances. The classical dance forms of India started thousands of years ago, and classical dances were performed in temples and religious institutions. In front of whom? In front of kings and other important people. And there are different kinds of classical dances in different states. Those are the classical dance from Tamil Nadu is Bharatanatyam, from Uttar Pradesh is Kathak, the classical dance from Manipur is Manipuri, also called Ras Leela. Classical dance from the state Kerala is Kathakali, and from the state Orissa is Odissi. And what do you mean by folk dances? Dear children, folk dances are performed by common people for pleasure. So folk dances are performed for pleasure, for entertainment purpose, to celebrate festivals and events. Okay? So they differ from region to region. Folk dances are also not the same in every state. It is different in each and every state. So I hope you understood. Question 2. Next, 3. What is mass communication? The answer is mass communication means communicating, this should be with, W-I-T-H, with various people at the same time. Newspaper, radio and television are means of mass communication. Dear children, mass communication means sharing the same information to a large number of people at once. So this is called mass communication. So people get the same information at the same time. Some of the examples of mass communication are through which information can be shared are newspaper, radio, television. These are means of mass communication. Next, 4. Trace how humans learned the art of agriculture. So the answer is early humans observed how new plants grew from the seeds of fruits they gathered. They started scattering seeds on the land to grow crops. This began farming activities. They also realized that rainfall made the crops grow faster. Hence they started watering the plants and began settling near the rivers. So dear children, trace how humans learned the art of agriculture. It means that how human beings started growing crops, how they learned. So the early humans observed, means as they were gatherers, they used to move from one place to another. What they did, they observed how new plants grew from seeds of fruits they gathered. Whatever they gathered fruits, after eating the fruits, they used to throw the seed. Okay, they threw away the seed, and what they observed that new plants grow from the seed. After observing that, they started scattering seeds. They started throwing all the seeds around the land For what? For growing crops. So in this way, farming began. The activities of farming began by the early humans, and they also realized that rainfall made the crops grow faster. So they also saw when they scattered seeds on the land, they saw that after rainfall, the crops grow more faster. So they learned that crops need water to grow faster. That is the reason what they did. After realizing that rain made the crops grow faster, they started watering the plants so that the plants could grow faster. And they began settling near the river. And also they started living near the river so that they could supply water. Okay, they could supply water to the crops from the river. So dear children, I hope you understood question 4. Next 5. How did early humans use wheels in different ways? The answer is, wheel helped early humans to travel long distances. They were also helpful in carrying loads. Potter's wheel helped to make clay pots and pans which were used in cooking and storing food. So dear children, after the invention of wheel, how did it help the early humans? So wheel helped the early humans to travel from one place to another to long distances after the discovery of after the invention of wheel. And wheel were also used in carrying loads. The early humans also used wheels to carry loads. Before the invention of wheel, they carried goods, loads on their back. But after the discovery of wheel, it became more easier for the early humans to carry loads from one place to another. And the potter's wheel also helped them to make clay pots and pans. So in this way, the wheel also helped the potters to make clay pots and pans, and those clay pots and pans were used by the early humans in cooking. They used in cooking and storing food as a container. So dear children, I hope you understood exercise D. Thank you. Have a nice day.